So here's the thing. You forgot about Spyro 3, and so did I. Hey guys, it's Miharu. So what's all this nonsense about people forgetting Spyro 3? It's a classic, my favorite game of all time personally, and it even introduced a character I talk about extensively on this channel. I'd say it's pretty well remembered, for better or for worse. But why is it that nobody can remember the plot? Even I, in the years before I rebranded my channel and became intimately familiar with these games, realized I was unaware of the sorceress's ultimate plan and what she wanted the baby dragons for. Sure, I know now it's because she needed their wings for an immortality spell, but I remember half joking with my friend about the reason being that she couldn't fly, and half of me was serious. So why is this? Well, honestly, I think one of the bigger reasons might be that Year of the Dragon pushed a little too much story on the player. Not that it was complex, or even that it's a problem. In fact, it's one of the things I enjoy most about the game, as I'm sure many others do. But Spyro had always been largely focused on its gameplay, with story being more or less an afterthought. So by giving us actual plot in place of what we would normally make up theories about, I think it kind of confused us, to the point where some of us would rather forget that in favor of coming up with our own headcanons. But there are other things that factor into this as well. Take the sorceress herself, for instance. While I wouldn't call her a forgettable villain by any means, there are aspects of her character that don't seem to stick with us as much as the previous two. Why is it that so many people are quick to assume Ripto died after he fell in lava, when the same thing happened to the sorceress and she got right back out? If she can survive one dip, then so can he. Though I see how one could easily forget she had a second boss fight. Not only is it as much of a joke as Cortex's fight from Crash 2, but if you were like me and grew up with a Black Label version of Spyro 3, there's a chance you didn't even know it existed. If you don't already know, these first editions of the game had some issues when compared to the later releases, like Greatest Hits. Recycled music, a missing cutscene before Spike's boss fight, and the infamous Speedway egg glitch. So if you left a Speedway before completing one of the challenges, and then came back later, you would be locked out of acquiring the egg from that challenge. And the missing cutscene in question, Spike is Born, has a line of dialogue about what will happen to the sorceress if the magic isn't fully restored to their world.
Without the dragons, the magic in this world will wither away. Without magic, I'll die, and so will your ever so slim chance of becoming a sorceress!
Dragon magic sustains her, but she will die without it. That's a pretty important thing to know in regards to the story, and though you could probably assume as much from context clues, it could easily go over one's head, especially if you were a kid who had trouble paying attention. When you think about it, so little of this story actually involves Spyro himself. Sure, he's the one rescuing the eggs, but according to Purple Nestor over here, the only reason for that is because no other dragon can fit down the hole. So at this point, he just exists as their errand boy. But it's funny how the theme of Forgotten applies everywhere in this game, from the setting literally being the Forgotten Worlds, to the quest to bring back magic that has long since been lost, and even the villain's plot. And that's just fascinating to me. How well does the story of Spyro 3 stick with you? Leave a comment below and let me know. As always, don't forget to subscribe for more casual gaming content, and I will see you next time. Until then, this is Miharu, signing off.